Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That girl from LA and that guy. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Say, do you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Talk about it. I think I might want to go on there. Let's talk about it. Talk about it.
And now your host of Let's Talk About It, Raheem Mitchell.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk About It. I am your host, Raheem Mitchell. And I want to let everybody know out there, a lot of people kept emailing me and telling me, you must have Chris Bolton on your show. I said, hey, I had Chris Bolton on the show, and they're like, no, we want Chris Bolton, the experience. So I said, okay. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Mr. Chris Bolton, the experience. Say hello to everybody, Mr. Chris.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, yeah. I'm excited to be here, man.
Man, I see you are doing big things, Mr. Bolton.
Wow.
Man.
I tell you, it's been, first of all, it's been years since we've worked together, huh?
Man, the last show we did was Papa Ray's Money. Where's Papa Ray's Money? With nephew Tommy, and you played the character that kept eating.
Joe. My character name was Joe.
Yeah, you played Joe.
Yep.
Yeah, and I played your drunken uncle.
You sure
did. Every time I came on stage, I was drunk, man, and all that good stuff. And but even back then, you were still doing your music, man. And I remember one time at rehearsal, I was telling you, I said, Chris, man, I was trying to get you to be friends on Facebook. You're like, Raheem, man, listen, I'm gonna have to drop a few cats, man. Then I'm gonna go ahead and bring you aboard, man. So I have so many people right now, but a lot of people don't respond to what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. He's like, you're not even a friend on my page, and you still saying stuff. You still, saying, oh man, I saw you here, I saw you there. So you said, well, Facebook is telling me that I had to open up another account or something. You were saying. So explain that to what you were saying. What was going on about that?
Well, I was on Facebook. When you reach your limit of 5,000 friends, you can't accept anybody else. So either you start another page, Chris Bolton 2, or a music page, which is what I did. I started the Chris Bolton fan page,
right?
Because I was getting so many friend requests that I just couldn't accept everybody, So, but because I've been singing and acting for 30 years.
Right.
I've been acting professionally for 30 years, and it has been such a blessing. And during that time, I was able to meet wonderful people as yourself,
right?
A wonderful actor, and so it's just been, so. Through that journey, I just met so many people, man, and and I just couldn't accept everybody, so I started another page.
Right.
So
that's it.
That's who we are.
Yeah, as I rehearse, I'm like, man, I can't. You're like, I'm starting another page, man, and I'm gonna get you on. And I'm like, cool, man. I mean, just the other night, I was watching. It was one play you were in. I believe you played the boyfriend. Which I can't remember the name of that show. The Plumber. I'm sorry. Yeah, yes. What was that? Was that his woman, his wife? Which one was that?
No, that was David E. Talbert's Mr. Right Now.
Yes. And
yes, starring myself, Keisha Ely.
Right.
Lawrence Hilton Jacobs.
Right.
And Lucretia Campbell.
Yes.
God rest her soul. She passed away. But yes, that was a wonderful, wonderful. Oh my God, that show was amazing.
Yeah, man. Because when you start, I was telling everybody, I said, now, because we were watching the show. Remember AJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was doing another show, and we were on a tour bus watching it, and she brought in a bunch of DVDs.
Yeah.
So she showed you. She showed that play, and you was at the door singing. And I was like, that boy I said, Chris just be acting up when he's singing. So let's talk about it, man. What is Chris Bolton doing now? Talk to me about your music, man, and I know God is just blessing you with everything, man. I'm trying to kind of put my cup over here to get some of them blessings that's just pouring over.
Man, let me, I tell you, I've been still singing, still touring. I just completed the Chris Bolton Experience Tour where we honor caregivers across the United States. I was my mother's caregiver for 10 years. My mother recently passed away on last year. And so what I wanted to do was give back to the community. Because a lot of people talk about breast cancer, diabetes, or whatever have you, but nobody ever talks about the people that sacrifice their life to take care of somebody else.
Right.
So those are the people that we wanted to honor across the United States. And so we opened up in Las Vegas
Right.
on last year, and we did Chicago, we did Memphis, we did North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. So it was just amazing. And so through that, we also getting ready to, I just signed a 3-year contract with South Africa.
Wow.
So we are bringing the Chris Bolton Experience Tour to South Africa. So that is a blessing as well. And then we also, I'm also in a new show called The Eden Experience,
Right.
Featuring recording artist Donald Lawrence, which is going to be this coming Sunday.
Okay.
This coming Sunday, so we're going to be doing
What
that.
is the, sorry, what's the eating experience? Explain that.
The Eden Experience is, Donald Lawrence is a very world-renowned writer, and he had an album called The Eden Experience. And so a lot of his songs were biblically based.
Right.
And so we're taking people on the journey from Adam and Eve, Abraham and Sarah, those that were all a part of that Eden experience. So we're encouraging people to, let's go back to God's original plan.
Right.
That was for us to be blessed. So we're telling that particular story on stage.
Right.
So,
Wow.
yep.
That's good. Now, I want to ask you a question about when you're writing a song. Like me when I do stand up, and I think of something, and if something funny happened, then I write it down. So, what is your tech? I know you don't want to give your technique away, but what do you do when you're writing a song? How do you go by? What's the steps? What do you do, and things like that?
Well, first, I like to know what I'm writing about, and so concept.
Right.
I like to tell stories. So, and when you're telling a story, whether you're writing a novel or a script or a comedy, you come from experience.
Right.
So I take a lot of my personal experience and put them on paper. I have a new single that's coming out called "Don't Be Afraid," and that the concept of that song came from just being afraid to step out on faith and let God do what He do.
Right.
Sometimes we want to do it, and there's something holding us back. But in this day and time, you have to step out. Whatever you want to do in life, in your career, don't be afraid.
Just step out on faith.
Step out on faith, because God's got your back.
Right.
So that's so in writing that song, also another young lady was a co-writer as well. But that's how I begin to write songs, from life experiences. Yes.
Okay. So, like, how many songs? Because I know this one particular guy. Well, actually, let's just go to Michael Jackson for a minute, because everybody know Mike.
Right.
Period. I was watching an interview with Michael Jackson, and before he passed, and Michael Jackson says that he writes 25 songs, and when he's writing the 25 songs, he lets his mother read the songs, and out of those songs, she picked the ones that she like, and those are the songs that he produced. Now you figure if he's writing he said he's been writing 25 songs since he's been in the business, and each 25 song he gives them to his mother, and his mother might pick maybe 7 or 8 of those songs.
Wow.
So you figure out of those 25, she's picking 8.
Wow.
So the rest of the, 17 songs? Songs we haven't even heard. Wow. So I was just wondering, because he was saying he just started, Michael, that's a musical genius. He said he just started writing songs, and it's just, I guess it would just come natural.
You're absolutely right. And a lot of these songs that you hear coming on the radio and they say that it's new, those are songs that have been written 10 and 15 years ago.
Yes.
They're just new to us because we've never heard it.
Right.
But sometime if you're just sitting at home or riding in the car, you'll see something, you'll think of something, when it just makes you think like, oh, that's a song.
Yeah.
That's a song.
Yes.
So it's like any little thing can spark some sort of interest to inspire you to write.
Yeah. That brings me back to the 5 Heartbeats when the brothers was in the room.
Yeah.
And he said, that'll make a good song one day. And he just started writing on that little piece of paper and started writing. But the most impressive thing, I mean, I'm pretty sure it happens all the time, but the most impressive thing that I saw you do when we were doing Where's Papa Ray's Money? And when they brought the script, you was looking through it. Is this a musical? Okay, yes. Chuck, where's the songs? Yes. And you had to write all the songs for that play. Yes. And I was sitting back, I'm like, I'm glad the only thing I had to do was learn my script. This guy had to write all the songs, he had to arrange the songs, then he had to pick the particular person to sing the song. And I remember at rehearsal, you said anybody can sing the song, but if the song is not for you, boo-boo, understand, I will not give that song to you. Don't get your feelings hurt.
That's right.
You said, don't get your feelings hurt.
That's right.
It's just that if the song is not for you, I'm not gonna give you that song.
That's right.
And you gave the song to the people. You said, there's gonna be a lot of hurt feelings in this room. And trust me, I am not doing this to hurt nobody, but you have to understand, God has given me this gift, and I know who to give these songs to, who's gonna put these songs across the way I want them to. Not saying you can't do it.
Right.
You probably can do it, and I know you can do it, but this particular song is not for you.
That's right.
And you said, but you guys got to understand, we're not out there just doing the plays, we're out there ministering to people.
Right. That's right.
And the song has to fit that person.
That's right.
And every single person that you gave a song to, when we went out into the audience, the people was like, I was blessed with that song that you sung. And then that's when it came back to me. That's what Chris was talking about.
Yes.
The song has to fit you because it's gonna be a certain way a certain person sings that song, because whatever the lyrics is in that song, that's an experience that they've been through.
Exactly, exactly. You know, and it's all a part of casting. You know, singers, we tell stories. Songs have to complement the scene.
Right.
So most singers, you know, it's different to come from church to the stage.
Right.
Theatrical stage and sing. To make that transition, because most of us are always thinking that we have to deliver our song vocally, but no, you have to deliver that song dramatically.
Yes.
You have to paint the picture and bring the audience into you, create that illusion on stage. So if you say you've been crying all night long, we need to see and feel that you've been crying all night long.
Yeah.
The note may not be on point at this particular time, but it's a natural feeling.
Yes.
You know, so that's what we teach, you know, our singers and actors as well. You know, know how to get those characters, develop those characters, and dig in. One thing I say about you, Raheem, you can act.
Thank you, brother.
You took that alcoholic character and made us, it was so believable. There wasn't a dry eye in the building. And I specifically remember it was one scene where you had to talk to Papa Ray
and the one on
at
screen.
The fireplace.
Yeah.
Yes, on the screen. And I'm telling you, and the way you delivered that dialogue was, you should have got a Grammy for that. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, because Chuck at rehearsal, Chuck kept telling me, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I don't know, Raheem, I don't believe you drunk. I don't believe you. Show me that you drunk. So I kept looking at you. You went. So I was like, all right. And I got my flask. Remember, I brought the flask to rehearsal.
Sure did. And
then, because I remember, Chris, because I was slurring in my speech talking, and you tapped me. What you got in that flask? I said, oh, this is just apple juice. You was like, boy, you good. You was like, you good. Because I was sipping on that apple juice, man, and I knew I was drunk.
I know, man, you were so believable. But that's what acting is.
Yes.
You know, bringing those characters to life. So I'm looking forward to the next show with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But the way you portrayed your character in that play, and it was like, and Chuck, he casted it in a certain way to where he had you, a fairly big guy with a small woman, but that small woman was chastising you. She was always belittling you, bringing you down,
Right.
telling you this and telling you that, and like Papa Ray, the father always told us, we ain't supposed to do to women. So what you did was you revert to eating.
Right.
Because remember, in every scene, you was eating.
Right.
You was eating. Even in rehearsals, you was like, Chuck, if I keep eating, man, y'all gonna have to push me on this bus. And then one time in a play where it took a dramatic turn,
Yes.
when she grabbed a gun and the gun went off. And then that was the last straw for you. And then you started getting real. You just started, I didn't know, because I was looking, I almost came out of character when we was in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I'm looking at Chris, I'm like, and then you started to deliver that song, man, and you started crying, and you started thinking about all the times where she kept belittling you in front of your father, kept belittling you in front of the family, and you was telling her it's not gonna be like this no more, and you was just delivering that song, man, and it was like, and that's what took us to intermission.
That's right.
That's what took us to intermission that night.
That's right.
And
That's right.
when we were going to intermission, Chuck didn't want to close the curtain because you got a standing ovation from that song, man. And you were sweating, and everybody just kept clapping and clapping and clapping and clapping and clapping and clapping and clapping. And Chuck was just sitting there holding the curtain, and to the clapping died down.
Yes.
And then he slowly closed the curtain.
Yes.
And they said, there would be a 10-minute intermission. And then you hear everybody in the audience going, oh, man. But, man, let me tell you, man, I was just so,
Wow.
you're just doing big things, man.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
man. And I'm just, I'm just proud to be around you, man, and knowing that you're going to do bigger and better things, man. So, not too long ago, man, I heard you were doing something with Snoop. Let's talk about that.
Yes, I was featured as a writer and an artist on his first gospel project called Bible of Love. And I'm actually number one.
Really?
I'm the first song on the project. It was such a blessing. We won a Stellar Award. We won the Grammy Award. And we also won a BET Award. It was the #1 gospel project on Billboard charts for 11 consecutive weeks.
Wow.
So that was a blessing. And I also, Snoop is going to be featured on one of my upcoming singles as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right.
Yeah,
so make sure when you drop that single, make sure you drop it on Let's Talk About It.
Absolutely, because we got to talk about it.
We got to. But man, like I say, so how did, let's take me down the road on how you and Snoop collaborated with somebody that knew Snoop, that knew you, and how did you
Yes.
guys get together and make that happen?
My cousin, my first cousin, L.T. Hutton.
Right.
He's a producer. He and Snoop go way, way back.
Right.
And so when Snoop announced that he was doing a gospel project, my cousin said that he had something for Snoop. And my cousin produced my first project, which was entitled Believe.
Right.
And so he played the intro. Snoop said, I loved it. He said, I love it. So I want to put it on the project. And that's how we got on the project.
Wow.
Yes, so through my cousin, it's good to know people.
Yeah.
It's good to, like they say, it ain't what you know.
It's who you know.
Who you know.
Right.
So I thank God for that. And through that, the relationship has been it's good.
Growing.
It's good,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
good. And so I'm excited. And I can't wait to have Snoop on my upcoming upcoming song. So I'm excited about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the upcoming songs you're working on?
Well, we are currently in the writing stages right now. So I have one song that's already recorded called Thank You Mama.
Right.
And that is a dedication to my mom,
Right.
which I lost her last year. And then we have another song called I Just Want to Dance.
Right.
and that's the single that we're going to put Snoop on.
Okay.
Because when I think about all the things that I have been through,
Yeah.
I just want to dance.
You just want to dance and just let it out.
And let it out.
There you go.
So be looking for that. And then, like I said, then we also working on a new television sitcom pilot called Chris and Chuck.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a comedy, which you'll be in. You just don't know it yet.
All right. I appreciate it. That's
So
good,
yeah,
man.
so we got that coming up, and then like I said, I'll be getting ready to go over to South Africa, starting next year, to do the Chris Bolton Experience tour honoring caregivers.
All right.
Yes,
That's good, man.
Yes.
Well, God is blessing you, man, and I want you to keep up, keep doing
you,
what you're
man.
doing, man. And if you have anything you want to talk about, you know where to bring it, man.
Yes,
My
sir.
door is like this.
Yes, sir.
For you.
Like this.
My door is open for you, man. So come on to the show, man, and let's do it. And I bless you.
sir.
I thank you for
God
coming.
bless you too.
Man, and just continue
Yes.
the greatness.
All right.
Chris Bolton, The Experience. And remember, always check this man out on Facebook, Instagram, everything. He's going to bless you with something good. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Raheem Mitchell. Let's talk about it. Anything you want to talk about come on the show. And always remember, don't ever share your 8x10 dream. Don't ever share your 8x10 dream with somebody with a 5x7 mind. Okay? God bless you. I see you next week. Thank you. All right.
Let's talk about it, talk about it. Let's talk about it, talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it, talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about it.